What is going on? What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to take a second to talk about why I don't care so much as you would think about haircuts. And the only reason why this topic is brought up to me is because I did a video where I was reacting to Hairhood, my honest opinions. It's not hate, it's just my objective view of different barbershops, different videos and stuff. And not that I'm more right than anybody, but I've noticed there's been a lot of sensitive viewers. And so I guess I just want to kind of share how I feel about like where my perspective is when it comes to haircutting. And so the reason why I bring up the last video is because I said some things like that's not how I would do the haircut, but that just goes to show there's a million ways to paint a picture. Haircut's blurry. I didn't love the lineup. I would have done the lineup a little differently, but it's a blurry fade. This ain't really a barbershop. You know what? This is a barbershop. I'm not saying it's not a barbershop. I guess what I'm saying is the environment isn't like barbershop because it's an ASMR video. It'd be cool to see his shop during real barbershop environments because I could totally see like the Peaky Blinders vibe, people drinking whiskey, smoking a cigar. Like I would love to see what that looks like. And you know, for some people that's hating. For me, it's just, damn, you said like that. God, everything's hating these days. But anyways, the real point of this video is to talk about why I just don't care about haircutting so much. Like, there's no barber that I'm jealous of. There's nobody that I'm jealous of, right? Like, I'm inspired by a lot of barbers. I'm inspired by a lot of business owners, but I'm not jealous of anybody because there's a model that I think everybody should live by, especially my introverts. Nobody is better than you, but you're no better than anybody, right? So you should always have the belief that you're the best with the humility to know that you could be better. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And so I definitely want my viewers, especially my new viewers who are watching my content, to understand where I'm coming from. Haircutting to me is an art. I love it, but it's not the most important thing to me. Barbering as a career, and as a profession is more so what's important to me, because part of why I started this YouTube channel was to help people find another way to do something that they love and make money doing it and be able to provide for their family. And I hated the whole idea that barbering wasn't a real profession. And I'm not saying that the profession of barbering doesn't deserve that perception, because for a long time, a lot of barbers just weren't treating it as a profession. But I do think that now, especially with this new group of barbers, new generation of barbers, that it's starting to change, and it's changed a lot, actually. There's a lot of barbers doing really, really well. They're actually, they're saving for retirement. They have retirement accounts. They're paying their taxes, great credit score. They're buying their homes, and they are making this a profession, or a career, I should say. And barbering, and I try to tell people all the time, it's like I own 7 barbershops at one time, over 70 barbers actively working for my shops. Some of the most successful, some of the busiest and when I say success, obviously success can be subjective, but when I say success, I mean like barbers that are happy with their income, happy with their lifestyle, just happy, right? That's success in my eyes. And there's a lot of the most successful barbers who work under their terms, under their hours, and made enough money to provide for their families and to invest and to just be happy in life. Those guys weren't the best haircutters. I was really inspired by that. It made me want to dig deeper and see like, what is it how are these guys doing it? Because in my mind, it was always the best haircutters are the busiest barbers. But here's the other part. There are guys who are like in the top 0.05 percentile in skill set. It's like a skill set that, you gotta be talented at it, but also put in a whole lot of reps to be as good as some of these barbers that you see on YouTube and on Instagram. And it's really hard to duplicate that. Like, at some point, there's gotta be a good enough. You know what I mean? There's gotta be a good enough to where you're happy. But again, you should always be trying to be better. But I'm at a place in my life, man, where I've learned a lot of things: SMP, color, chemical treatments. I even went and took like certifications in Brazilian blowouts and all that stuff. And what I found where my passion really is just plain haircuts, right? And that's not gonna be everybody's passion in this industry. There's guys in this industry that do hair color and designs and like amazing, beautiful work. And that's cool, but there's definitely different ways to be successful in the barbering industry There's different ways to do fades. There's different ways to do shear work. It really is an amazing industry, an amazing craft. Again, success is subjective in this industry, but at the same time, if I say that's not really my definition of success, but there's a lot of different ways to be successful in this industry, that's not hate it. Like we got to draw a line somewhere, right? Like at what point are you allowed to be honest and you can't be honest anymore before people start bashing you in the comment sections? I just want to let you guys know that it's okay. It's okay to be a good hair cutter and an amazing barber. Because barbering is the profession of hair cutting. And in order to make it a profession, there's a whole lot of different variables. There's a whole lot of different components to that. What's the point of having a profession if that's your life? Like, your profession is supposed to be a platform to give you more life. And have you figured that part out? Because at one point I felt like I was a great barber, and I just worked in the shop from dusk till dawn, man. Grind, not dusk till dawn, but like 12-hour shifts, 13-hour shifts, 14-hour shifts. And that's dope. I do think that, there is a season in your life where it makes 100% sense to do that. And unless you were born with a, silver spoon in your mouth, you should probably do that. And if you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and I don't mean that with any bad connotation or anything like that, but you should still grind, because there are life lessons you're going to learn by putting in work and sacrificing that people can't just give to you. And so it's going to make you a better father, a better entrepreneur, a better husband, a better friend. It's going to humble you, and it's going to make you feel more gratitude for the things that you accomplish in your career. And so, like, I'm in a place in my life now, man, where, I've been cutting hair for 11 years now. I've been able to see a lot of things in this barbering industry, and I just don't care enough about other people's haircuts to be jealous. It's just not that important when I look at the barbering industry. It's just not that important. There are 300 to 400 million people in this country, billions of people in the world. How many great barbers are there? And let's define great, because it's damn near impossible to define a great hair cutter. Because I can guarantee you, your favorite barber loses clients to a barber that you probably wouldn't think is better than your favorite barber. But they're losing clients to those. Like, there's clients that will think a barber that you think is trash is better than the barber that you think is the GOAT. Like, I would lose clients all the time to, barbers who've been cutting hair a year or two. And not saying that I'm the greatest barber in the world, but I'm telling you, there ain't a single barber in the world that would be defined as the best barber, right? And so it's just an unnecessary competitive spirit that just doesn't exist in me. So, if I ever do a reaction and you guys watch one of my reaction videos, please don't think I'm hating on nobody. I'm just giving my honest opinion. It's completely an opinion from my perspective, and that's how you should take it, because haircutting just isn't that important. So to me, trying to become the best barber in the world, or in your city, or in your state, or in your country, to me that's like the guys at the park that play like they're playing for an NBA championship. Bro, there's no trophies. There's no trophies for this right here. Stop hacking. Stop diving on concrete floors. I'm in this as somebody that's trying to help the barbering community continue to grow. I do the reaction videos not just because it gives a different perspective from someone who has built a channel on YouTube watching others, but it's educational. If I don't give my perspective, it's not going to be educational. But not just that, I do my reaction videos to give others a platform. And a lot of you guys don't know, but Hairhood, when I first reacted to their channel, was a lot smaller than it is now. It blew up, and it should. It deserves to blow up. They're dope barbers, dope YouTubers. But I also react to guys who have no views. I react to guys who have less than 100 subscribers. And so it's also about putting a spotlight on creators who deserve a spotlight, because that just helps our barber community grow. I don't know any other barbers on YouTube doing that, and I wish they would. I wish they would do it. Actually, I'll take that back. Matt Gifted Hands does it. When you look at other communities on YouTube, there's a whole lot of collaboration, And we used to do that as a barbering community for a long time as well. Obviously, the pandemic kind of slowed all that down, but I'm definitely looking forward to collaborating with more creators in the barbering community, because it's going to create better content, more educational stuff. It's going to be dope for the barbering community. So if you're a young barber When I say young barber, I mean new to barbering. You could be whatever age and be a barber, right? But new to barbering, here's what I would tell you, bro. Try to be the best barber, the best haircutter that you can be. But what's going to drive your career much more, what's going to get you more clientele than you could dream of, is being consistent, is being professional, is caring about your clients, consulting with them, being empathetic with them, caring about their time. In turn, they'll care about yours, and always be learning. Always be learning. That right there is going to gain respect from so many new clients, new customers. Getting good at cutting hair is going to come with reps. And, for me, I'm always learning, but I'm not putting in reps like that no more. I've been doing this 11 years. And if I got 10% better at cutting hair, it wouldn't move my mission statement, or it wouldn't move my impact in the community, but a fraction of a percentage. And so I'm just not putting in reps like I could, but it's because I don't want to. If you want to be a great barber, you have to put in the reps. You got to always be learning, and you got to put in a whole bunch of reps. And your potential, everybody has a different level of potential. Two different guys putting in the same amount of reps with the same amount of education, they're going to have two different results. And it's just because of natural God-given talent, man. Some people are more artistic than others, right? To me, focus on being the best haircutter you can become, the best barber you can become, as a professional, as a self-employed entrepreneur, as a businessman, as someone who serves others and their community. Focus on being great at that, because that doesn't take God-given talent. That takes will, that takes action, that takes education. That part right there will make you much more successful than a barber who is naturally more talented, you does better haircuts. If you're giving your all in both of these, all you could do is focus on you, on the man in the mirror. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself if your haircuts ain't matching up to the next man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If this guy's 10% better than you, it doesn't mean he's going to be 10% more successful than you at being a barber. That just means he's 10% better at haircutting. And guess what? Most customers you see walking around Target, they don't know what 10% better is. It's like they don't have a barber's eye. So look, man, I have so much gratitude for the results of all the hard work that I've put in and the skill set that I've gotten to. But that's the least of my worries. You and I both have more value to give than how good our haircuts are. So give out some dope ass haircuts, but they ain't got to be photoshopped. That's all I'm saying.